profound political implications. The Black Experimental Theater joined the African and Caribbean poets of the Negritude movement. Léopold Sédar Senghor, later the president of an independent Senegal, Léon Damas of French Guiana, and Aimé Césaire, later a congressman and governor of Martinique, who made the creation of poetry a political act, inspiring and giving force to the African fight for freedom. In 1955, when the 36th World Eucharistic Congress was being held in Rio de Janeiro, the Black Experimental Theater promoted the Fine Arts Contest on the theme of the Black Christ. Outstanding artists, writers, intellectuals, and men and women of culture supported and participated in the event. Nevertheless, it provoked enormous controversy and was condemned in major newspaper editorials as sacrilege and blasphemy. Coming out of the fertile and polemical debates on the aesthetics of negritude during the first Congress of Brazilian Blacks was the resolution to create a Museum of Black Art. The Black Experimental Theater took on the project, collecting artworks and giving incentive and encouragement to Afro-Brazilian artists. It propitiated and engaged in a rich dialogue with critics and creators in the visual arts of the time, who joined and supported the project, donating artworks and participating in events and debates. In spite of its director's efforts, the Black Arts Museum was never able to establish itself in a permanent home, the artworks being kept under the personal custody of its curator, Abdias Nascimento. Composed of people from poor families, the Black Experimental Theater's first task was to teach its actors to read and write, at the same time offering basic cultural background. Much more than a theater group, it was a space and opportunity for consciousness raising and political positioning, of struggle for the labor rights of domestic workers and for public policy to build racial equality. The Black Experimental Theater's dramatic and artistic work proved to be of very high quality, attracting the cooperation of some of Brazil's most important artists, actors, and dramatists, and encouraging the creation of Afro-Brazilian dramatic literature and choreography. The Black Experimental Theater was born out of Nascimento's previous anti-racist activity, his adventures in South America with a group of poets, and his imprisonment in the Carandiru Penitentiary, where he created the Convicts Theater. After 1968, Nascimento broadened the horizons of his struggle, taking the indictment of Brazilian racism to international forums and participating in the worldwide resistance against colonialism and racism. On return to the country, he continued this struggle and participated in the rebuilding of democracy and the development of the Afro-Brazilian social movement. As a member of Congress and State Secretary, he proposed affirmative action laws and implemented public policy measures for racial equality. He founded IPEAFRO and helped create the Unified Black Movement, the Zumbi Memorial, and the Palmares Cultural Foundation.
Meus irmãos, eu invoco agora aqui o poder e a força de Olorum. Olorum, nosso Pai. Eu invoco aqui o poder guerreiro de Ogum. Eu invoco aqui Xangô das tempestades. Eu invoco aqui Oxum, a deusa do amor. Eu invoco aqui Yansan, a guerreira. É com estes deuses, é com estes líderes que nós, os negros deste país, subimos de joelhos à tua terra, Zumbi. Subimos de joelhos esta terra encharcada com teu sangue. E é aqui que nós te prometemos, Zumbi. A luta não vai parar. Os exploradores do negro não vão ter descanso enquanto toda a nossa nação negro-africana não for definitivamente livre.
Shintim pra conti a pronti a corno no bamo. Ordena pra cabeça a fitra mesmo a santa mãe. Aê, nané, smadruina, nané. Ademo com cataté. O ciboado, né, smadruno. Aê, nané, smadruno, nané. Oba é do sanho do né. Mabon botou de madia, né, smadruno. Aê, nané. Shintim pra conti a pronti a corno no bamo. Ordena pra cabeça a fitra mesmo a santa mãe. Aê, nané, smadruina, nané. Ademo